Fall has begun, and though nature is in all its autumn splendor, the wind has picked up and the rain has started, and it's getting a little chillier. So now is the perfect time to prepare our homes for the colder months. So let's look at some things we can do to get ready for winter.
The first thing you'll want to do is test run your heating system and change out and clean any filters that your furnace or heating system may use. At the beginning of winter, have a professional come in and check all the contacts and sensors on your furnace and boiler system. And they'll usually change a filter if needed as well, and they'll just make sure that everything is running smoothly. It's a good idea to have a look at the filter every couple of months, and if it's brown or black, just take it out, spray it with some cleaner, and let it sit for a couple of minutes and rinse it all off and let it dry. And then you can put it back into your furnace and it's ready to go for the rest of the winter. Some of the things we love about winter is it's a time to cozy up by the fire, light candles, and make stew on the stove. However, winter is also prime time for house fires. So if you do nothing else, make sure that you're changing out the batteries on your smoke detector. Just take it down, put in a fresh set of batteries, whether it needs it or not, and then that way you can rest assured that it's working properly.
And test it to make sure that it works. Woo! Fall is also a great time to go through your pantry and rotate your food and make sure that you're going through things that you're eating and not eating so that you can make room for the things that you are consuming.
So I'm just going through my pantry, making sure everything is getting rotated, and I found a case of cream and mushroom soup that expires next month. I think last year we used a total of 3 cans of cream and mushroom soup. It's just not something we used regularly, and unfortunately I bought a whole case of it. So these are going to get donated.
And don't forget about your vehicle, because it's good to have a few basics stocked away there as well. So in here I have a little lunch kit, and if we open it up, I have some crackers, some wet wipes, I have a couple bottles of water, some nuts. This is some dried fruit, some plastic forks, and a few cans of tuna. And this is great for a situation where you're maybe stuck somewhere for a number of hours without food or water. Something like this can be invaluable. And then here I just have a basic little toolkit with a wrench, a hammer, there's some WD-40 in there, a tire gauge, and so something like that is very useful. And then in here I have a bag filled with some cat litter. And this is for a situation where if we may find ourselves in some ice or snow and we're spinning our tires, this can provide some traction. And if we also see somebody else who's in that situation, this will be able to help them out.
Another thing that can help with your vehicle is to prevent your locks from freezing. And what you can do there is take your key and smear it with some Vaseline and put it inside the lock and jiggle it around. This will coat the inside of the lock mechanism with the Vaseline and help prevent moisture from getting inside and freezing over. And this should last most of the winter. So this is a great thing to do before the temperatures start dropping. Next, if you use space heaters in your home like we do, it's a good time to pull them out and test them to make sure they're working.
We love these Presto space heaters because they are so energy efficient. Most space heaters will run at 1500 watts. This tops out at 1000 watts, and we never run it on full. We always have it on low to medium, so it runs between 250 and 500 watts, and it keeps our kitchen so toasty and warm without raising our electricity bill by much at all. So this is a fantastic option for a space heater. Now is also a good time to go through towels and linens to make sure your warm fleece and flannel sheets are in good shape and see if anything needs replacing.
Another important job you want to do before winter is cleaning out your gutters. And this is important because if leaves and debris are allowed to collect in the gutters, they can freeze over and create this big icy mess and then get underneath the shingles of your roof and damage your roof. So that needs to be cleaned cleaned out. If you do it yourself and you get up there on a drier day and use a leaf blower, it can make that job go a lot quicker. However, you still will probably have to get in there with your hands and scoop everything out. Or you can hire a handy person to go in and clean it, and it usually will take them a couple of hours on average. Now, we have a lot of trees on our property, so we installed a leaf guard, and that just helps keep the gutters cleaner longer, so that may be an option as well. You'll also want to take all the water out of your outdoor garden hose and disconnect them from the house, and then roll it up and keep it in a garage or a shed until springtime. And if you have outdoor pipes, maybe just wrap it up in a towel and even just put a plastic bag over the top of it just to keep everything dry and prevent it from freezing, because you don't want frozen pipes in the winter. The next thing you can do is prevent some accidents from happening by checking the exterior lighting of your home. So take a walk around your property, check on any outdoor lights, change any bulbs if you need to. And now is a good time to do it, because you don't want to be out there when it's freezing and snowing and the weather's bad trying to change light bulbs. So that is a good thing to do to make sure that driveways and pathways are well lit.
And if you have a wood-burning fireplace or wood stove to warm up those chilly fall and winter evenings, make sure to have the chimney cleaned once a year and that you've stocked up on firewood. We also use a lot of candles and oil lamps in the fall and winter, so we try to stay stocked up on extra candles and extra lamp oil to take us through the winter months. It's also a good idea to have salt to melt ice on driveways and walkways so that we can prevent falls.
And lastly, a snow shovel in your garage or shed will go a long way to helping you out when that winter freeze shows up a little earlier than expected. So the good news is none of these jobs take a lot of time. It's good to just set aside a day so that you can get most of these little things done, and then you can rest assured and enjoy your winter season. Thank you so much for joining in, and we'll catch you in the next one.